Let's talk about it. What type of person parks in a handicap space but is not disabled? Let's get into the clips.
If I ain't teach my kids nothing, I tell them if we park in the handicap and I run in the store and security come and say something to y'all, you know what to do.
I love my people, but sometimes we be on some BS.
Hey, hey, you know you're illegally parked.
I'm conducting a patrol.
You're supposed to have your lights on, state law. If you're parked like this, you're on a public easement. You're on the right of way. I can knock on your window and ask to talk to you.
On my window. You can knock on my window, but you ain't.
That was a knock. That was a police knock. You know, what's your name, badge number?
Patton, 131.
Oh, you're Patton. Oh, yeah. What's your name, sir?
Charlie, 118.
All right, you know you just broke the law by illegally parking here. You're supposed to have your lights on at least when you're parked on a public easement. You dumb son of a bitch.
Get her out of here now, bucko. That cop knew he was in the wrong. That's why when he seen the gentleman coming up, he tried to pull off real quick, and then he tried to play the reverse psychology card, and telling him that he knocked on the window too hard. Again, the cop knew he was on the wrong, but he was overall a good sport with it. I mean, he took the lash and went about his day.
Hey, I don't know if you're quite I don't know if some of y'all are like, and it's not just you. I don't know if like y'all are understanding what I'm saying. Because I totally understand not taking spots that aren't meant for you because it is a disservice to the people who it is meant for. However, I was talking about being at my workplace way after work hours. That means no clients, customers, what have you, would be coming to the building. Therefore, they would not need to park there, handicap or not. B, no employees were going to come to work at that hour. I have no work-life balance. Don't worry about it. The point is, I was the only one there. So exactly how is that being a bad person? I did not park in those spots, but guess what? Neither did anyone, because there wouldn't have been anyone to do so. And there were 5 of them. So I just want to understand like where this energy.
Okay, let me explain this to her. Obviously, it sounds like a situation where she was working after hours and she's making a point that people got upset that she alluded that she may park in these handicap spots. But the thing is this, if you're there after hours and no one is there and none of your coworkers are handicapped, that's all the more reason to not park in the handicap spots because there should be other spaces open and available. Again, like I said, you don't want to park in a handicap spot at all, because you never know when a person who is truly disabled may need that spot.
All right, chat. I need some advice right now. I want to know what you guys would do. So my car's in the shop. All right, my car's in the shop. My car had the handicap placard over the windshield. I took it out, but I left it at home. Today I picked up a rental car, so I'm in a rental.
Just wanted to pause. If you see me making a little bit of crazy faces, because I got the game on right now, trying to multitask.
Car right now. Shout out to Texas Revamp. I'm in the rental car. I just got to the gym. All right, and there's 2 handicap parkings in the front, and I have my wheelchair. Like, I need the handicap parking. I need it so I can be able to do this, right? I can't park in those because if someone parks next to me, I may not be able to get in my car. So that's why I needed to be able to put the door all the way open to get my chair out and whatnot. But I don't want to park in the handicap spot because I don't have the handicap placard. So I'm parked on the side of the street, kind of far from the entrance. That way I know nobody's going to park next to me. What should I do? Should I park handicap and say, oh, who cares? I'm handicapped. I don't need the placard. Or do I do the right thing, which I feel like is park over here because I don't have the handicap plaque? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments.
To me, it's a no-brainer. He should park in a handicap spot. Obviously, he really needs it. You can see he has a wheelchair in the passenger seat. One thing he could do if he has like a piece of scrap paper and a pen in the car, he could leave a note on the front windshield, stating that he's handicapped His car is a rental, and that's why he's parked in the handicap space. But again, like I said, I don't think he should inconvenience himself because he doesn't have the placard. I mean, and shout out to him for going to the gym, even though he has a disability, not letting it limit him, and still making things happen.
Okay, here's a little PSA for everybody out there. This is not a parking spot. That is a loading and unloading zone for somebody who is in a wheelchair or somebody like me that has joint problems and needs to be able to swing their door out a little bit wider. Thankfully, I didn't actually need to use this because she was parked so close to the passenger side that if I needed in the passenger side, I would not have been able to get in. And when I gave her the stink eye, she made some comment about, oh, she was just running in real quick for a pickup order. I don't care. Use a regular spot. Like there's one literally right here and a couple that were farther down just a little bit. It's a small store, a small parking lot. I'm at Aldi. It's not a big parking lot. You can use a regular spot. This is not for parking. Even if you have a handicap tag, this is still not for parking. Do better, people.
Yeah, like I said, you want to avoid handicap spaces at all costs. Again, like I said, people who already had disabilities, it's already enough added stress just trying to go out and get basic necessities. So, I mean, at least we can do, especially people who are not disabled, is at least leave the handicap spaces open for them so they have somewhere to park to make their life a little bit easier.
Okay, so your girl is just coming out the tag office, okay? So in the state of Georgia, you do have to renew your tags the month of your birthday. So you already know what that means, okay? Pisces season in full effect. But this is not what this video is about, okay? So if you have a child with a permanent disability, all right? My child has cerebral palsy. She has brain damage, okay? You will have the option to get, it's not even an option. Like, sis, get it. I don't care how severe or how mild your child's handicap is. You need this handicap hanger, okay? So they have, like, over the years been trying to give me a hassle about having more than one hanger for a car because they're saying that you can move the hanger from one car to the next car, okay? So this morning I went in there and I tried my luck, okay? I was like, hey, listen, we have two vehicles and I can't keep up with this handicap hanger that's hanging in my window because sometimes I may forget it when I'm driving the other car and it is just a hassle, okay? So baby, guess what Mama did? Mama pulled up to the scene and got my girl a handicap tag for one of the vehicles, y'all, okay? So we're gonna use this plate for one truck and we're gonna use the hanger for the other truck. So that way, y'all, we're not gonna keep up with this handicap tag. All right, so we ain't missing out on no handicap spots if we need it when we're out. All right, so worth the fight, it's worth the try to go get that tag. Okay.
Shout out to her. Sometimes it's the littlest things in life that add so much convenience. Again, like I said, trying to keep up with a placard and moving it between one car and the next can be burdensome, especially when you already have like children that are autistic. There's already enough going on there. Shout out to her for getting a plate, so now she does not have to worry about it. It says, when your friend says you can't park here, but you have a handicap sticker. As we can probably tell, neither one of them are handicapped. So that's either a fake placard or that's someone else's placard that they didn't borrow and about to throw up there. My people.
Hi friends! So my name's Rye, wheelchair user. This is just a friendly public service announcement because I just keep seeing this happen. And I always gotta assume when there's something just absolutely ridiculous going on accessibility-wise, I'm just gonna assume it's because we're not educated. And you can't know what you don't know, right? All right, so I live in downtown San Diego in a high-rise apartment building. Said high-rise apartment building has, underground parking, that kind of thing. And I have seen this not only at my own apartment building, but at many other similar apartment buildings or public places. Apologize, my little mouth's not very strong. If if you are an outside contractor that is hired to come in and perform a service at, say, an apartment building, like a plumber, a lawnscaping business, the painters, the guy that services the hot tub on my roof that I just saw do this. Handicap spots, still not for you, unless you are, you know, driving a work truck and you also have a disability. But if that is the case, you still need a placard. Just a heads up, like you're still required to have a disability placard or disability plates in order to park in a disability spot. I can't even park in a disabled spot without the placard. So yeah, that's not for you. It's not for you. I'm gonna need you to call up the apartment complex where you're working, and if they tell you that that is where you as a contractor are being instructed to park, they are wrong. They are wrong, and they are breaking the ADA, which is you can't do that. So just a heads up, the handicap spots, it's not for you. Not for you. Thank you, and goodbye.
I like how she gave a PSA and she was so nice and polite about it.
Every day this woman's in a handicap spot waiting for her kid after school. The parking lot is virtually empty. I'm backed into a spot right next to the handicap spots. I've checked for a placard. She doesn't have one. She doesn't have a plate. So she's just sitting there just because it's next to the walkway. I have a placard. I don't even use it unless I'm really needing to use it. So and now she's teaching her child, oh, if it's convenient, take up a handicap spot if you're just picking something up, if you're just running in for somewhere. So another generation just abusing these spots that are specific for people who have needs.
Yeah, that's pure laziness. No reason for her to be parked in a handicap um space sign for the handicap when there's clearly other regular parking spaces, literally like 2 spaces over. Unacceptable.
So I'm out and about on a cold, wet Saturday night running an errand at my local Kmart, and I have mobility issues. I use a walker or a mobility scooter to mobilise, and so therefore I have a parking permit which I can use. Every single disabled parking bay near the Kmart doors were all taken up. Oh gosh, that's unusual, but okay, so be it. Anyway, I had to park further away, and I used my permit legally. So anyway, as I did come past, walking along past the parking bays that were filled with other cars, not one out of the, I am now looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars currently there, and there were 2 more, so 8 cars all parked in disabled parking bays. Not one with a permit at all visible. So I don't know what I need to say can you just not do that, because you're just being really inconsiderate to those of us who have needs and are allowed to park there. And to say, oh, they might need to go there. If they don't have a parking permit that is valid, it is illegal. There is no way around it. Even if you've got a sore leg, granny, or old, or just don't want to walk in the rain, whatever. Unless you've got the permit, don't park there. You might think I'm being a bit of a Karen, but I just really, really hate this issue where people think that they're entitled to park there just because they feel bad. So it's not up to me, but it is up to the people that, you know, the government body that determines whether you are suitable to have a permit or not. So unless you've got one and it's valid and you display it, don't park where you shouldn't park. Thank you.
She said even granny is a no-go. But let me know how you feel in the comments below. Do you think people who do not have disability parking permits should park in disabled parking, even if it's temporarily just to run in the store for 5 minutes? Let me know how you feel in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.